Hello and welcome back to final round coverage from the 2024 Beaver State Fling presented by Innova. Just 9 more holes at the beautiful Milo McIver State Park, and you are watching JomezPro with Nate Sexton, Jeremy Koling, and Paul Ulibarri.
Way too early to call it right now. There's too many players.
Yeah.
I mean, there's like 13 people within 3 shots of the lead currently. Saw a really nice front 9 from Ricky Wysocki, shooting 5 under, currently in first place, the first player in the field to 20 under par. Bogey free, 3 under for Luke, and 3 under for Gannon Buhr, who is still bogey free for the event. Very impressive so far.
Ezra 4 under on the front 9.
With the bogey, 5 birdies, yeah.
Kind of setting the pace on this card. I really felt like somebody needed to come out with at least a 4 or better on that front 9. I feel like the more scoreable 9. So now these guys are all going to be in a tight race going into the very difficult back 9. Hole 10 par 3, 390 to this location right here. Subtle flip up that rides straight. Even so, maybe a hyzer flip that drifts late. Got a lot of low hanging branches though. Push the right side of the fairway in. Skip her in. Like this.
That's
nice
pushing
shot.
it and just parking it. Any wider, it's hitting something. Any longer, he doesn't have a putt.
This gap is so small because of the rise of the hill, the low branches.
That's inside for Ezra. Is going to need a lot of luck. And I think that is pretty lucky that it kicks back to the fairway. Makes the par a lot more attainable. Oh, that's beautiful for Luke.
I mean,
that is a thing of class.
See how it got flat and pushed the right side and still ended up left? That just shows you how impressive it was for Gannon to maintain that straight flight, and this one, for that matter.
Swing in a little left, but
Oh, man. It's just incredible seeing a disc like that fly that far, 2.3 inches off the ground the whole way.
Watch this zoomer. 110 feet probably. Pulls it, but all the distance.
yeah, chain height.
Yeah, that wasn't a par layup. That is trying to make one from deep. Yeah, count it. Luke in for the birdie. Now at 20.
In.
Nice birdie for Gannon. And Ezra will be losing a shot to the card with just a par on 10.
Calvin's needs a streak. He started one, but it needs to keep going for quite a while to get back in the hunt here.
That double bogey was so costly. That is exactly what we feared might happen on hole 6, and it happened on the final round.
Zooming.
Not as good as you really could ever do it.
Don't love his angle, right, Jerm?
I think his angle's fine. It's just not as good.
Great shot.
I can't even remember who it was now. Was it Matt Bell? It was Matt Bell's angle was the best. Great forehand approach there. That outer edge is pretty wide. A lot of players get caught up in there, leaving themselves with 35 plus feet. Kyle with a really nice drive, setting up a good approach and the easy birdie. He is currently just 1 back of the lead at 19.
Hole 11, par 4, 675. You'd like to work the disc to the right side of these 2 trees, whether that's with a ton of pace and a nice flat shot on an overstable disc, or a gentle flex to make sure you move right initially and then swing back. Trying to get as close as you can around the corner to make this approach a little shorter. Angle important, as Jerm will tell you. And I agree with him. Down, if you're on that right side, it's a little bit harder to shoot down the wood line. You'd like to hug it a little tighter, open up the angle to get in those bark chips.
This is just Gannon's MO here, man. That is just his shot all day long. He loves that little steady flex. Shows it to the card too that time. I like that little clap going back. I'm confident I'm here today.
Luke's never watched one of his good shots finish, which I like. I like that.
Reminds me of Michael Johansson. I do the same thing for every bothered the crap out of me.
Subtle little flex, you know? Don't need to watch that. You know, we all know where that's going.
I know it was a subtle flex. That's why it bothered me, and I think he knew that. Watch your Comet go down the fairway. What is wrong with you? Oh, boy. Oh, this is blistered.
Yeah, you know you got a humdinger on your hands when you're past that short tee pad that you could see in the back of the shot there. This one, that one on the left, and that's where Ezra worked his way forward to.
Gets in there for a little 20-footer. Luke zings it. Picks up the mini. Knows where it's going.
Oh, yeah.
That's good stuff right
Didn't
there.
watch it for a second.
Oof. Fought through.
Yeah, that's going to have several obstacles in the way.
Turfed it. Open look, though.
And coming up short for Ezra, unable to take the birdie after that great drive. Calvin needs it. Calvin gets it. Is the late push going to be enough for Calvin on the back nine? He keeps birdieing. I think it might be a really interesting finish. Now another player gets to 20 under. Luke gets to 21. Starting to think that number that you called early on in the tournament, that seemed a little silly after Heimburg's 12 under opening round, but that 24 number is starting to look pretty good.
Yeah, it is. I went on record before the tournament started, and then I was kind of embarrassed after that 12 got laid down in round one, but I got to trust myself a little more. 24 is looking like a nice score.
Kyle, great drive. Good illustration of what a great drive leaves you. Still a long way. And he is in that nice groove. 6 birdies in the last 8 holes.
(20, 20, 20, 21, 19, 19, 19, 18). Wow.
Don't bogey right now, I think is what that leaderboard tells you. Do not bogey.
It's such a scary hole, and bogey can happen so quick if you miss your line by a little bit. Hole 12, 450 feet up the hill, and this drone makes it look like it's just kind of subtly left. It is so hard to get that much distance and then get your disc booking left. Is the play attack right now? Gannon says yes with the low line. I think it was kind of a safe, aggressive.
I don't think there was anything aggressive about that.
No? I thought that, well, he was calling for the skip. I mean, I think that he's trying to get himself an outside look.
Ooh.
Wow. What a shot to circle edge.
Yeah, that's got to be one of the best low line finishes I have seen here.
This is aggressive. This is going to be deep of the basket by a million miles.
Wow. Yeah. So he needs to throw it way higher somehow. I mean, that's possible. We saw it from Garrett in round 1, but you think that the height he put on it would be enough to keep it under 450. Apparently not.
Ezra pushing that inside line, and it's fighting out. Oh, good.
Great shot. Gannon, can he find some C3 magic? Oh.
Right on line.
How good did that look for so long? Great camera angle right there.
Oh, so close.
Luke with a big time opportunity right now. This stroke is huge.
Chance to go too clear.
Couldn't join the party of 11 birdies.
Yeah, you see those bushes kind of blowing behind him. I wonder if that had something to do with it.
That's about as much wind as you're going to see all week. It's a little steady breeze every once in a while, but
It's annoying when it
can
pops
be
up.
annoying. Yeah, sure. Especially right when you're about to get a couple stroke lead on the field.
Over on hole 14, Babcock with beautiful flex shot. Got caught up a little quicker than I first thought it would, so he's got to earn it.
Pull the trigger, bud. There we go.
Knowing how important each and every putt is coming down the stretch, Gavin taking his time lining it up, and
That was the edited version.
one back of the lead is Gavin. And oh my God, look at all the players at 20.
Hole 13, par 3. Probably about 210, 220 feet to the hole. You got those two big trees right there guarding. You're going to see a lot of flex shots go right around those big trees. Get in front of them, get behind them, get through them. If you really miss, get in front of all the trees. But I think the high percentage play is to get to those, that circle's edge, work from there.
Yeah, gets through.
And I really feel like this is a perfect example of kind of what you were alluding to with putting. I think in years past, people were really trying to park this hole. And now you wouldn't see anybody kind of play that flex shot, you know, to those trees because people were so worried about hitting them and being short of the basket. And now it's like, sure, put me there. I'll make it from there.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Well, Luke doesn't have to worry about that right now. He is near bullseye, if not in it. And Calvin also splitting the trees, but kind of directing its path forward into the bushes, into the ferns, perhaps.
Beautiful shot there from Ezra. Little tap in.
Yeah, this is just a birdie that gets credited. Danny Robinson, brother, with a little putter turnover. They don't really, they let him throw it just to keep warm, but the birdie's already written down before they step to 14.
I did play with the other brother, and I can confirm.
Little putter,
Little putter.
slight turn,
Yep.
Down the middle.
bullseye.
Yep.
Birdie.
Yep, all those are true.
Yeah, it's just a fun swing of the arm for those guys, but they have it written in. They'll be walking away with birdie on this one.
So Gannon starts off with 4 pars in a row. Since then, he's on a real heater, guys.
Looking real Gannon-like.
And Humphries as well is playing very well in the last few holes with a missed putt.
Reminiscent of the battle at Waco.
Absolutely.
Luke was going toe-to-toe with Gannon there. Took it all the way to the final hole. Putting another great run on here
We
in
got
Oregon.
another Gavin check-in on hole 14. It has been awesome
People love that spot.
seeing him play so well this season. Kyle really putting it out wide, and that early limb's going to put him in a bit of danger. Ricky inside forehand line. I think he's missing his line by a little bit, but getting away with it.
Oh, man. Work left. Inside circle.
And the pride of Oswego off left side will not be taking the birdie.
And going par in this stretch for Kyle is going to be tough. You got to get one coming out of there at least.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
you get birdie hole 12, but don't get 13 or 14. That's tough.
Ricky gets one.
Kind of been a dry spell for Ricky last few holes. Had the lead for a moment. Now he's playing catch up.
Pretty looking putt there from Calvin, albeit only 20 feet, but still look pretty dang clean. So a bunch of people in the 20s now.
It's tough to play catch up when you must bird.
Hole 14, par 3, 323. I think the most common play here is going to be that slight flex forehand. Get it left of the big tree in the fairway. And swing it back around to the right.
Oh boy. Is this going to just be parked?
go in.
on.
Where is the rabbit foot? That is one of the luckier redirections you're going
I
to...
don't even have anything to say on that one.
That was just a shank. A near shank ace.
Yeah, Luke.
That's not.
And that's just almost a natural ace. Beautiful shot from Luke.
Calvin's been going early. I don't know if it's on accident. I think it's on accident. I'm really curious to see, but it's early again.
You're
It
bringing
has to be on accident, right?
So many skinny
I don't
trees in the
know.
way. If you're not getting around the big fir, you're basically just playing plinko.
That's the line we just saw Ricky make birdie with, though.
But that is the common backhand turnover line. Ezra taking on the trees and coming up short.
Ooh, inside circle 2, though.
Needs it. Oh, such a good line.
Wow, I thought he had it. Got a line here, especially with the power that he has. Yes, sir.
Oh, what a putt.
That was pretty incredible. Under that low limb.
And Ezra to 21. He's just kind of hanging around.
Always, man. I like what we're seeing from him today.
calm.
Focused.
Oh. It's in there. Kind of danced around in there.
What a strange birdie. Man.
Important birdie.
Very important, too, for sure. Calvin takes the only par of the group. Bad time to do that. The 4 holes we have remaining can get pretty tough.
Hole 15, par 4, 760 feet. Drive is probably the toughest part of this hole. You need to swing it around the corner to the right, but there's OB waiting for you on the long side, really bad rough on the short side. So you can play big backhand turnover if you want to get aggressive, but it brings both those things into play. I've seen a lot of players elect to take big high forehand, less distance potential, but maybe a little bit easier to find the short grass.
See how Ricky plays this one. We saw him hit a huge birdie putt in round 1.
Oh, he catches the early trees.
It's going to be tough to get back into position from here. He might have to go roller. We would like to play this with the big forehand second shot. Okay. Not really any way to get aggressive from here, though.
No. The one thing you cannot do is hit those.
My goodness. Okay, to save the par. That is good putting. Putting stroke has looked so good this week.
That's up there. Really nice. Both of these guys just playing so well over the last hour or so.
Yeah. That's a good shot right in the middle for Luke.
To be fair, over the last few days, but especially in that last 6-hole stretch, both of those guys are really putting a run on.
Well, and grabbing those 2 birdies in the woods are so crucial, in my opinion. They really are, because you saw that the second and third card kind of leaked through there a little bit. Those are the ones you got to get, and they're momentum builders going into the last few. Is this going to flip in time? Looks like it. Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's a great tree.
Yeah, great line from there.
That's probably the best indication I've seen of how people are getting inside the circle. If that's just a little bit shorter, I can see how someone might birdie this from a 28-foot putt. Or maybe even shorter. Very, very tough thing to do, though.
Ezra doesn't want any part of it. Oh, this is tight.
Yeah, a bit aggressive.
Oh, bad spot, too.
Oh, boy.
That might be like a kneel out, just slider. Slide it right up into the circle, but we'll have to see. Gannon's trying to go high.
Crash play.
No.
Oh, that fights through.
Might get caught that first branch. That was like the one. I mean, they caught like I'm not gonna bogey. Yeah. I mean, if I got some cautious guys, it's somewhat of a putt.
Okay, a little window for Luke. Very narrow. Forced turnover putter. Or just flat and straight. Okay.
Good shot. Tight. Especially being a little nervy.
This is not an easy layup. Those little boards there make it quite tricky, as you saw from Ricky earlier. Just stood his putter up and rolled. But right there, a good result for Ezra.
This would be huge for Calvin.
He's got to have it. Yeah. Just 4 back of the lead, 3 holes to go.
Gannon has this to tie 50 feet.
Wow. 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 Does it again. And Luke appreciating what he just saw there, as we all are. Incredible.
Unbelievable putt, man. There's a great equalizer, the circle 2.
Ezra high and in. Saves the par. That was just one of 4 birdies on the day.
Wow.
Austin Turner birdied it multiple times. Andrew Presnell, Nico LaCastro.
Gavin Babcock, a little bit left potentially there. A little left and short.
This putt for birdie. Missing right.
Looks like it stays in bounds,
Yeah,
though.
that's close to going OB. Got a little bit of space back there.
Oh, I was watching this from the other side of the road.
No way.
That poor basket. I wouldn't make that guy mad at you.
And that's tough. Yeah, and that's going to end Gavin's chances, dropping him to 19 under, as 2 players are at 23. 2 ahead of the closest competitors.
What's up, guys? It's Ezra Robinson, and I'm here to show you how to use bird sauce from Dirty Birdie. Put a little dab on your fingers or wherever you want grip. Once you fan it, get some air on there, turns to chalk, and this will stay on for 6 to 9 holes. Clips to my bag, super easy, and I don't have to worry about it every single hole.
Hole 16, par 4, 660, going uphill, sweeping left, and then tucked back in that new longer location that we debuted last year. Low backhand burner, a great option if you can get a big skip around the corner, and then you have mid-range in. A lot of branches hanging down and a little OB waiting for you on the long side if you can't control the speed.
I love this hole.
I do too.
I think this is a great hole. Great hole down the stretch as well. Watch this shot. It's so specific, and you can get away with it, but you can't like get away with it and park it. You know what I mean? Like It has those bushes on the right side.
Yeah.
Oh, yep. Kind of did it though.
Well, no, that was hyzering in front of it.
Yeah,
I
it
think.
was honest.
Okay, good. I thought he went around the tree on the right side for a second.
I think that's. I like the play of the hyzer in front of that and kind of skipping through.
Yeah.
You can get aggressive and try to make that second shot shorter, but if you feel comfortable with your mid-range game at that 330 distance, then you just got to throw a straight shot off the tee.
Blasted.
Oh! And it's back into the fairway.
That was kind of scary. That came through those spectators with some heat. And I don't think they really saw it coming.
Oh my
Between
gosh.
the two of them, right
I don't
past
think it
the
hit
kid,
a single person.
That lady's just out of here. You see her trucking, she's like, nope, I'm
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
Nope. Wow, with the redirection back on 14, and then that result right there, Gannon is living right. Luke just puts it right down the middle. Ezra's going to need something special in the last 3 to get back into it.
Good start.
And Calvin, a little too much height. Fights its way around the corner, but it's going to be, I don't want to say impossible, but this is going to be super tough to get the birdie. That was a great effort, though.
I can't believe how many people Gannon just almost hit.
Yeah, that was...
Those people shouldn't be there.
No, it's not a good spot.
Oh, yes.
Oh, perfect shot. Such an easy place to miss to, though, on the side.
No good.
Oh, boy. Door open for Gannon now. Awkward lie, though. But I don't think Luke's going to have any shot at birdie from that left side.
No way.
I think that door just kind of closed back up a little bit. That being said, we did just see Gannon make a monster putt.
Gannon, look at this scorecard right now.
Yeah, that's crazy.
7 out of the last 8.
That's ridiculous. Unable to give it a good bid, so the leaders will say the same, but Ezra Robinson will be 1 shot closer with a park job approach. And the only birdie of the card goes to Ezra. Kind of surprising coming down the stretch with this much on the line. This being, I think, the most birdieable hole remaining. Ezra taking advantage. Perfectly played.
(23-23, 22-22).
That's what you want to see.
Hole 17, par 5, 980 feet down the hill, out of bounds left on this road. You will then place a shot on the right side of the fairway, throw it over to the left side over here, anything by those trees right there that we just flew by, and then manufacture a shot into this super tough, tight, fast green.
Mm-hmm. All right, Ricky Wysocki trying to get to 23.
Needs to get to the ground.
Jeez.
Oh, man.
That's not a good spot.
That's so far, it's bad.
He went to the right of the big fairway tree. That is rare.
He's going a roller.
Where's that at?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Needs to sit.
Forced it through the
Needs to
forehand.
sit.
Oh, no.
Brutal.
Crawling off the back of the tiny island. Oh, the touch looked good.
It was good.
There's just nothing on that back side of the hill to slow it down. That mulch just isn't enough.
Yeah, and you have to pop it a little bit to
With the
make
low
sure
ceiling.
the low ceiling to clear that curb.
Low ceiling, yeah, and the curb. That's exactly right. It's such a tough place to be.
This is in a little bit of danger of going out of bounds.
Man, that's
But it doesn't.
Ricky-like in distance and also in bad placement. It's just too far and straight. You got to get back left at the end of the flight.
And I don't see him throwing rollers much. Oh, no. Kind of saved by the trees, really.
Green flag, but you would think birdie extremely unlikely.
Yes.
Yeah, so big opportunity for Luke to re-grab the lead. Oh, in a similar tree.
So this will be interesting to see who acts first down there. You would think best shot available to them is going to be potentially down to where the original pin used to be, or maybe crossing the road from that spot with a high hyzer.
Oh, right behind the tree for Calvin. Shouldn't be too much of an obstruction for him.
Really the best spot.
Okay, so Luke up first. What does he like to do? He's going across the road.
Okay, going big.
Looks pretty good. No! Oh, that looked
No.
maybe a bit too high, but oh my goodness. That one overrode a decent amount. That's a huge advantage for Gannon now.
I wouldn't even say that was a bad shot. That's a horrible break.
Oh,
The fact that it just drops. Like it's a little lower.
and look at that. Gannon just not even thinking about trying to cross the road.
I think that makes a lot of sense given what you know now. That's why I thought that the player acting first was going to be pretty important. Luke being out of bounds in a bad spot, I think that's the correct play from Gannon Burr to try to secure par in the simplest way possible.
Oh, wow. Big shot for Calvin. Eagle here could get him close, especially with our leaders in a bit of trouble.
This is a super important shot. Can he find a way? It looks like he is going to lay a roller. Can he find a way to get to somewhere where birdie is in play?
That's over there by the FPO pin.
Options. They're not great.
Yeah, tough up and down from out there.
You can't always lay it short and run it, though.
Uh-huh.
This is a tough shot.
But Ezra knows these guys are both in trouble. I mean, Luke in big trouble. Gannon's best score is more than likely a par. Ezra in a position where he's got to attack and give himself a chance at getting a birdie here to tie it up.
You had an easy line there, though.
So what are you doing if you're Luke?
Oh, gosh, who knows? Such a tough position to be in. Oh, he's attacking.
Going for the island.
Going for it. Oh, and he's just not going to get there. Never really had a chance that much turn. Oh, and that barely crossed out of bounds, if anywhere.
I would have loved to see if that flexes back, though.
Yeah, who knows? Oh,
Get safe.
come on.
Oh,
No. Luke is going to be taking a huge number.
A third OB.
Oh, my gosh. My heart is aching for him right now. Just another opportunity falling short at the finish line. And Ezra's forehand does not get over the road, but it also doesn't go out of bounds. He's gonna be pretty far back. I'm not interested in the eagle run.
No reason, really. I don't think.
Yeah, it's kind of unlikely. Gannon just has to get on the island.
This is a pretty good angle that he's got. Height restriction isn't too bad. Speed is perfect.
I mean, what an advantage to be able to putt that accurate from that distance. That's an awkward throw.
Yeah, it is.
We see a lot of people mess that up, and he's just able to do his normal putt, put it right on the island. You can see him pulling out his phone, probably checking scores now. Oh, so close. I like the effort, man.
Yeah.
That first shared the lead. If he could have got that a little higher. This is for an 8.
And it's going to be a quadruple bogey for Luke Humphries.
Brutal. I mean, I don't think his disc was coming in bounds, but it was on hyzer, and there shouldn't be people over there obstructing shots. I'm just saying. You know what I mean? Like, we know we're flexing down the road.
Yeah. Yep.
And the play is to skip it off the road if he's like, that's his play. Like, he's...
Yep. And to clarify, I think the spectators are where they were told to be. I'm not blaming the people,
no, 100%. You are,
but perhaps something to consider. Where exactly can you let people watch this game from, especially when you have a shot like that where the path of least resistance is right down the OB. There's no trees in the road. You can throw it over the road, clean airspace, but you bring in that danger.
And not only does it obstruct the shot, but it could really hurt somebody. Hole 18, par 4, 825, last hole. I mean, this has a lot of trouble everywhere. Hyzer for most of these guys in the middle of the fairway, and then you got to pick your poison. A lot of people are choosing this back route that we didn't really fly, high flex shot or stall shot that gets around the corner. We might see one of these check-ins.
Ricky has to birdie, and we saw him go big turnover shot in round 2.
Ooh, this turned too much.
That's
dead.
There's no birdie from there, barring a throw-in, and Ricky is now in a position where he's got to scramble for a par to, I don't know, stay in podium.
Yeah.
So if this doesn't go in, then all Gannon has to do is play match play with Ezra Robinson on the final hole and not lose, and he will have himself another Disc Golf Pro Tour win in his young career. Not even 20. In fact, just turned 19.
A chance to go back to back.
Wow. What a par save for Ricky. He's going to come up short, barring a bogey from Gannon. But Gannon is bogey-free through the first 53 holes of the tournament.
18 isn't the easiest one to play for par.
Oh, I agree.
Now, it is if you get the hyzer in play, but then still, you have these awkward shots into the green. It's not like you can just pin the green very easily with 3 shots. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't really know where you would ideally put your second if your goal was par.
Right.
You know, like, where are you laying up to guarantee yourself that? It's not that easy because that last area of cedars is so wide and grows all the way to the ground. There's not a lot of great places to be.
Ezra puts that in a perfect spot. You can't throw that drive any better with what he's trying to accomplish.
Applying a little pressure.
Certainly. Pushing that right side straight tree that Ricky was behind as close as you can put it without hitting it. That was a great shot. Pretty conservative shot there from Gannon. And I don't even know how you play this hole right now if you're Luke. I just sick to your stomach having the lead after just an incredible stretch of holes. He didn't have any bogeys going from all of second round and all the way up to that quadruple. Played so clean.
You're out there.
So it's another tough pill to swallow for Luke, but a learning experience, we hope. And he's a guy who's proven a couple times now that he's knocking on that door and that he's ready to take that next step.
Oh, Gannon coming up really short, I fear.
It's not dead in there.
Yeah.
But it is not easy by any stretch of the imagination.
Like most places in thick woods, it just depends on where you are. We'll see what he has left in just a bit. But first, Calvin, his second shot, going the wide hyzer route. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Oh, boy.
Such a thin line.
That'll get Calvin to 21 under. Just a couple back of the current lead.
And this is a very important shot. And he's going low. Now, when it's low, there's no way to really pin it. Circle 2. He's got a putt.
This looks a little short to me. So spiky.
Yeah.
So where Gannon is, there's nothing. Okay, so there's no putter pitch out. There's only a sidearm high. And he finds it.
Plays another bank shot. Why not? Just having fun out there, I guess.
That was very difficult. Nate Perkins on the live went to the lie and gave us that feedback.
And Luke needing this for the par. It is not going to be in now. Ezra knows what he's got to do. This putt has to drop to tie and force a playoff. Oh, just didn't have it. So unfortunately, we are not going to have the same theatrics that the FPO division had earlier today. Don't want to ruin that winner, but it was an incredible battle coming down the stretch. Ezra is going to take second place with Ricky Wysocki, and Gannon Buhr is going to win another Pro Tour event. His third of the season. And the man is just cooking.
Never been a player that good, that young. Beginning of what could be a legendary career in this sport. Still at the beginning, despite many, many wins already to his name. And what a back-to-back. That is incredible. Bogey free, you say?
Bogey free.
Can this big, beautiful Oregon disc golf gallery make some serious noise for your 2024 Beaver State Fling, sponsored by Innova, MPO champion, Gannon Buhr? Obviously, the shot of the tournament for me is that big putt on 15. The second it left my hand, I knew it was just perfect. It's one of those moments I'm going to remember for a long time. It was like so clutch. You know, I was laying one down through the first 7 holes. I kind of looked at my caddy, Brody, and I was like, you know, even if I get the Philo hole and the Dream hole, I'm still 2 back at best. I got them both. I made a circle 2 putt on the Philo hole. You know, strung together a couple birdies, kind of felt that flow state that all, you know, us as players love to have.
Just want to give a quick accolade of recognition to some incredible putting from Micah Groth, who led the field in C1 at 100% and C2 at 67% for the week.
67 for the week.
So incredible putting for him.
How many makes? Can you get
Yeah,
that
it was
data?
like 6 and 9 or something
That's
like that.
incredible. But
Pretty incredible stuff.
The man of the hour, obviously, Gannon Buhr. What a great tournament. He played so well. I can't agree more. That putt he made, absolutely phenomenal to hit the birdie on the almost impossible 15th. And look at those scores, 22, 22, 21. Gavin does it again. This guy is having a great season. I think that's a career best finish for Ezra, second place at the Elite Series level. Wysocki right there, charging all day, giving us a great show. It turns out 24 was a little too ambitious, the number I picked. 23 was enough to get it done.
Well, thank you so much to the Founders Club. We love you, and we will see you in a couple weeks in Minnesota for the Preserve.